A manhunt ends here in central PA. Police arrest a suspect in the murder of a United Healthcare CEO. A tip from a McDonald's employee cracked the case.
Suspect was in a McDonald's and was recognized by an employee who then called local police.
We have the latest information in this case from Altoona and New York.
Plus, behind the scenes with the people who keep campus clear at Penn State when winter weather hits.
And we're doing it across campus to make it safe for folks.
And an event filled with smiles and fun for some kids facing serious health battles. The Center County Report starts now. Good afternoon. I'm Grace Eckerly.
And I'm Antonio Fondacaro. Thanks for joining us for the Center County Report. Our top story. The investigation into the United Healthcare CEO murder in Manhattan now has a central Pennsylvania connection. A suspect is under arrest and charged with murder. Reporter Declan Stablo is here with new information. Declan?
The suspect is 26-year-old Luigi Mangione, and he remains in custody today at the state prison in Huntington after police arrested him in Altoona yesterday. Last night, he was charged with murder. The shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, caught on video in New York last week, shocked the nation and launched a massive manhunt. Police spent days reviewing surveillance video and photos and looking for clues. Then yesterday, an employee at McDonald's in Altoona called police with a tip after a customer spotted the suspect in the restaurant. Officers responded and arrested Mangione. At a press conference, Governor Josh Shapiro talked about how widespread coverage led to the suspect's identification.
The attention in this case and the killing of Brian Thompson was helpful, no doubt, in alerting that individual at McDonald's this morning.
Our officers have been working around the clock. Many of them did not go home to pursue this individual.
Mangione was found with a ghost gun, a mask, and fake IDs, including a New Jersey ID matching one used before the shooting. They believe he traveled to Philadelphia and Pittsburgh before coming to Altoona. He's expected to be extradited to New York. A law enforcement official also told the AP Mangione had a 3-page document that took aim at the healthcare industry. One of the lines, according to the official, said, quote, "Frankly, these parasites had it coming." The CEO's killing shook U.S. businesses and the healthcare industry, causing companies to rethink security plans and delete photos of executives from their websites. I'm Declan Stablo reporting. Now back to you.
Thank you, Declan. Now, a local healthcare company has reached an agreement to pay $1.8 million to settle a lawsuit. Mount Nittany Health was accused of using website tracking technology to share users' personal information with third-party companies without their consent. If a judge approves of the settlement, more than 70,000 people will get part of that money.
As people in northwestern PA dig out from feet of snow that fell over the past 2 weeks, there's a new worry: flooding. Lake-effect snow-buried towns like Erie in heavy snow. But warmer weather yesterday and today has forecasters concerned about flooding as rain falls and the snow melts. But another shot of cold is coming too. A winter storm watch is in effect for tomorrow through Friday in Erie for up to a new foot of snow.
And when that kind of winter weather hits our state, hundreds of people work to clear the way for safe travel. And for Penn State University, that mission falls on the team at the Office of Physical Plant. Reporter Michaela Robinson takes a closer look. When the weather turns from nice to nasty, crews around Pennsylvania have a big job to clear roads, lots, and sidewalks. PennDOT has more than 2,000 owned and rented snowplows statewide. At Penn State University Park campus, the Office of Physical Plant handles snow and ice removal with a team that numbers in the hundreds.
We clean the academic, athletic, and administrative facilities. We have approximately 400 employees that do that on 3 different shifts.
That team includes landscape technicians in charge of clearing the sidewalks, custodians in charge of clearing the local areas around buildings, and others who clear the roads. It all takes a lot of preparation.
We usually have a plan that we pre-treat before the storm, so we're prepared. And what that does is it actually helps afterwards because it doesn't allow the snow to stick as strongly, so we can clear it up clean. You see a lot of times you drive down a road where there's treaded, tracked snow that's packed down. Pre-treating alleviates that or loosens that up a little bit so you can actually get a clean plow on it.
Pre-treatment of roads involves 3 different chemical salts depending on what surface needs to be cleared.
We use all different types, several different types of material. First would be bulk salt. We use those in our trucks that treat the roads. Then we have bagged salt that we use in the buildings. If a building contains new concrete, we use calcium chloride, which is a little safer on newer concrete. And in the parking decks, we use a really safe product called NAC. That's the abbreviation for sodium acetate, which is extremely safe on those structures.
Cagle and Cifelli say the work their team does can be tough, and sometimes it goes unnoticed.
It's, a lot of it goes unseen, and our workers a lot of times don't get the credit because all someone sees is the small ice patch that they have to avoid or that they accidentally slip on.
If you think about your own home, if you've ever tried to shovel in 20-degree weather or below and the wind's blowing, we're doing that for hours on end, and we're doing it across campus to make it safe for folk.
In University Park, I'm Michaela Robinson for the Center County Report.
Those very crews might be back at work as early as tomorrow because there's some snow in the forecast. We'll check on that later in the newscast.
Penn State has rolled out a new way to pay for parking at on-campus gated decks. You can now use your phone. Just scan the QR code on your parking ticket, make your payment by credit card on your phone, then scan your payment confirmation at the exit kiosk. The convenience does come with a cost, 26 cents for every transaction, and Apple Pay and Google Pay are not yet accepted.
President Biden has designated a national monument at a former Pennsylvania Native American boarding school. At a summit of tribal leaders yesterday, the White House announced the creation of the Carlisle Federal Indian Boarding School National Monument. The goal is to honor tribes of children who were forced to attend the school and other abusive institutions. More than 10,000 children passed through the Carlisle School by the time it closed in 1918. They were often taken from their parents, and more than 180 students died while at the school.
After Donald Trump's presidential election win, the U.S. stock markets have been reacting positively, both traditional stocks and digital assets. I spoke with 2 Penn State financial students to take a closer look at what that could mean for the coming year.
After the U.S. presidential election, the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and NASDAQ are flirting with record levels, reflecting a wave of optimism among investors in the financial sector.
Consumers doing really well. Me and you have extra money in our pocket to kind of go in our Robinhoods, go in our Charles Schwabs, and put some money in the stock market.
Mike Aquilino is a member of Leveraged Lion Capital, a $125 million student-run paper trading hedge fund.
When we have the inauguration, that will probably be the catalyst for maybe a new change, right? When the administration starts putting in their policies.
But it's not just the stock market that's making headlines. Bitcoin has shattered the $100,000 barrier for the first time, raising questions about the future of cryptocurrency under a pro-crypto administration.
A lot of investors are moving to a more bespoke and specialized asset class in cryptocurrency, right? So I think just the attention that you get when you see, hey, crypto has traded up 10%, people catch on to that and they want to learn more.
Paul Atkins, as the new SEC chair, has generated a lot of optimism. Atkins, known for his pro-crypto stance, is expected to usher in a new era of lighter regulation. To discover even more about the swift reaction, I spoke with Peyton Beresky, the Chief Investment Manager for Leveraged Lion Capital and the President of the Nittany Market Analysis Association.
So we invest in 2 different types of assets. One would be bonds and one would be loans, leveraged loans. The biggest difference is that when interest rates are going up, our bonds are losing value.
He also believes the regime change in the U.S. will have strong implications for investors.
Right now, our portfolio has been pretty heavily weighted towards bonds. We're trying to shift more weight towards the loan side of things. And I think that will be beneficial, given that now I think with Trump as president, there's more risk of inflation, which is a big driving factor in what interest rates do.
With lots of uncertainty in the coming months and extremely high valuations of U.S. stocks, it is more important than ever to be informed in the world of finance.
The U.S. stock market has reached a valuation of over $60 trillion. That's more than 2 times the U.S. GDP.
Still to come on the Center County Report, big weather changes are coming soon. We'll check the 7-day weather forecast.
And Penn State football fans are making plans for a home playoff game. Also coming up, a day of fun and smiles for some kids who have faced the toughest of times. We'll show you what it's all about.
Looking for some holiday fun this weekend? Enjoy one of Center County's most popular holiday traditions during Bellefonte's Victorian Christmas. This event begins on Friday afternoon and continues through Sunday. There's plenty to explore, from gingerbread house displays and breakfast with Santa to the Festival of Trees and horse-drawn carriage rides. There are also Christmas pop-up markets and free music concerts. Free parking with shuttle service is available at Bellefonte High School on Saturday.
Penn State hosted its annual Thon Family Carnival over the weekend, bringing together students and families for a heartwarming celebration. Grace Eckerly reports.
Penn State's Thon Family Carnival brought excitement and joy to campus over the weekend. The event was filled with activities hosted by volunteers, committees, and captains, offering families a chance to enjoy and connect with the people behind the nation's largest student-run philanthropy. On stage, performances and vibrant fun kept the energy high, including games, face painting, and live music. Former Four Diamonds child Braden Flegel was diagnosed with germinoma the week of his 16th birthday.
I could not wait for the day when I turned 16 and I was able to go to the DMV and get my permit and drive. And I completely bombed the vision screening at the DMV. A lot of the times people say they failed, that was the knowledge test. I didn't get that far. That vision screening ended up saving my life.
Now 19, is gearing up for his second Thon, but this time as a Penn State student.
So I'm slowly but surely working towards a health policy and administration degree. The goal is to use that degree to one day work for Four Diamonds.
A true celebration of community and support, the Family Carnival once again showcased the heart of the Thon mission.
The Thon Family Carnival brought out hundreds of its community members today, all to benefit the Four Diamonds families.
The event concluded in the unveiling of the Thon 2025 logo, A Home for Hope. In University Park, I'm Grace Eckerly for the Center County Report.
Thon is set for February 21st to the 23rd at the Bryce Jordan Center. Now, here's Gavin with weather.
Thanks, Antonio. Right now, looking at the Arboretum in State College, we're seeing 52-degree temperatures. It was foggy earlier this morning, and that is a part because of the snowmelt that we've been seeing over the last couple of days. But right now, it is pretty clear. 52 in State College, and we're seeing a lot of warm temperatures for this time of year, and especially this warm nose here. Normally, it's not that warm in the Laurel Highlands, 55 here in Johnstown. It's also 55 in Pittsburgh. But if you look west, a lot of blue is going to be coming this way. A lot of change is on the way as well. That's going to be the main theme for this week. Today, it's the calm before the storm. A lot of mild conditions, maybe a stray rain shower. Wednesday, the one word that I am going to say is it's going to be sloppy. And after that, a slew of rain, a slew of snow. Get ready to chill because temperatures will be going down as far as they have gone this year. So let's take a look at the current satellite and radar. We are seeing some scattered rain showers, but if I zoom out, we're in this warm sector, which is the period in between this warm front and the cold front, with a low pressure situated up to our north. But this cold front is going to be passing through our area and isn't only what's going to be bringing rain, but it's also going to be bringing these chilly temperatures we'll see on Thursday. Let's look at what's going to be happening today, though. Mainly scattered showers in the rotation, but as we go into tonight, it will start to get a little bit more cohesive. That tonight's forecast will feature temperatures in about the 40s, 46 officially in State College, and it'll stay mild. Our average high for today is 40 in State College, so our lows breaking that is pretty impressive. Let's take a look at what's going to happen on Wednesday, though. This low pressure will be moving towards the east and spinning in the Hudson Valley of New York, and we'll see some rain showers going through, but this low pressure system that I didn't put north of Lake Huron is also going to be fueling some moisture to stream into here in State College. But look at this. We might have some backside snow because it's just going to get so cold with all of that cold air. Depending on when we see the snow, we'll see how much we accumulate, but going into Thursday night, we should be good. Let's look at temperatures. We did start in the 40s on Wednesday morning, but we're going to be seeing temperatures drop into the 30s, and even on Thursday morning, temperatures in maybe even the teens and low 20s. Let's look at your forecast for today, or for tomorrow, 47 degrees with rain early and back end snow. When that snow comes, will determine how much it accumulates. And looking at the future cast too, we'll have a system moving through on Sunday, but before then, it should remain clear. Here's your 7-day forecast. Tuesday is the calmer of the next 2 days. Wednesday will have rain and snow, a mess for sure. Thursday is when it gets chilly, and it'll start to moderate as we go into the weekend, finishing on Monday and Tuesday with some 40s here in State College.
You know, Gavin, I got a little worried when you said that at first, thinking about students traveling home for the holidays, but I guess with the game coming up, maybe some people will stick around.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm hoping for the cold because I want those Mustangs from Southern Methodist to freeze.
And speaking of, it is Kenny o'clock here in the studio. Up next, Kenny Ojikari with the latest in sports.
Thank you. Coming up in sports, Penn State women's volleyball marches on in the NCAA tournament. See what's next. And a look back at the Big Ten championship game and the Nittany Lions' path into the college football playoffs. I'm Kenny Ojikari with sports. Penn State now has about a week and a half to get ready for its first ever college football playoff game, and they may need the rest after a wild Big Ten championship game against Oregon. Penn State was back in the Big Ten championship for the first time since 2016, hoping to spoil the Oregon Ducks' perfect first season in the Big Ten. If you're a fan of offense, you're in luck. Oregon struck first with this sick hurdle. Both teams combined for 55 points in the first half, a Big Ten championship game record. Tight end Kenyon Sadiq was a thorn in James Franklin's side. 2 touchdowns in the first quarter to go up 2 possessions. But the Nittany Lions fought back. Drew Aller's first touchdown pass went to Nick Singleton, who had 148 scrimmage yards on the night. But buckle up for this second quarter. A crucial interception by Aller set up an Oregon walk-in touchdown to lead by 18. But Aller bounced right back, delivering a second touchdown strike to Amari Evans to cut closer. 31 points combined in the second quarter. Aller called his own number. He had a career-high 54 yards rushing. Oregon led at halftime 31-24. If you're a defense lover, look away. Heisman finalist Dylan Gabriel improvised to find Tez Johnson, who turned on the burners in his career night. 11 catches for 181 yards. Now, a 2-possession game. Kaytron Allen scored after, leading to a controversial 2-point attempt that backfired. Right after, the Ducks ran in another touchdown, making it 45-30. In the waning moments, with the defender draping him, Aller split 2 defenders for his 3rd touchdown pass to Harrison Wallace, leaving the door open. But a second interception from Aller, and Oregon now with the ball on 3rd down, the Ducks shut the door and left Indianapolis as Big Ten champs with a 45-37 win. The Nittany Lions are the 6th seed for the playoffs and will take on SMU at Beaver Stadium December 21st. Linebacker Dominic DeLuca has got me fired up for that matchup.
It's like you're writing your own script for the 2024 season. Like, what's everyone going to ask you 20, 30 years from now? I mean, yeah, you fought adversity, but how does it end? I mean, we still have a long season ahead of us. Win or go home.
Win or go home, best word in sports. Kickoff for the Lions SMU game will be at noon, and you can listen live on Penn State Com Radio with our broadcast team at Beaver Stadium. And the high school football season wrapped up over the weekend with 6 championship games being played at Cumberland Valley High School. The 1A state championship was played between Port Allegheny and Altoona's Bishop Guilfoyle. The game was tied at 14 in the 3rd quarter before the Marauders scored 27 unanswered to beat the Gators 41-22. That's 5 state titles in program history for Bishop Guilfoyle. Penn State women's volleyball has advanced to the regional semifinal in the NCAA tournament. They'll take the court again on Friday. The Lions beat Delaware State and North Carolina over the weekend in the friendly confines of Rec Hall. Jess Merzick led Penn State with 21 kills against North Carolina. The Nittany Lions now face Marquette in the third round, and the winner plays again on Sunday in the regional final. Let them cook. The Penn State wrestling team is off to a hot start and will take on Wyoming next Sunday. It'll be their annual meet at the BJC. Penn State hit the road over the weekend and secured a dominating 36-3 win at Lehigh. They won 9 of the 10 matches, with bonus points in 6 of the 10. The Lions are now 2-0 on the season. And Penn State hockey hits the road and heads to D.C. this week for a game against Army on Thursday. The Lions' rough season continues. They dropped both games to Ohio State over the weekend in Columbus. The Buckeyes won 4-0 on Thursday and 4-2 on Friday. Penn State is still winless in conference play and just 6-9 overall this season. That wraps up sports. Antonio, Grace?
Yeah, Kenny, I'm honestly in football mode, and I got 3 things on my mind. 1-0, 1-0, and 1-0. And with that favorable bracket, we got a shot.
Thank you, Kenny. Now, coming up next, a local downtown tradition continues through the holidays. You can hear more about that after the break. And there are lots of holiday happenings this month around Center County. One of them is First Friday in downtown State College. Gianna Brown takes a closer look.
Holiday lights, activities, and local art. They're all a part of State College's First Friday. Each month, downtown comes alive for the night during the first week of the month. From art to music, shopping to dining, there's something for everyone. This event offers after-hours access to galleries and shops, music, and retail and restaurant specials.
State College's First Friday, where friends and family can come together to do crafts, support local businesses, and enjoy the holidays.
Arden Avery, a State College high student, volunteers at each First Friday.
You have to get 30 hours. I'm going for like 100 hours though, just for fun. But I just enjoy volunteering, yeah.
The craft during this First Friday was creating ornaments. Families came in and got right to work.
Tonight I'm just making sure that everything stays organized and helping people out with the ornaments.
Whether you're here for music or to craft up some holiday joy, visitors say it's a fun way to start the weekend. In State College, I'm Gianna Brown for the Center County Report.
And a nice reminder that downtown State College is offering free parking this holiday season. You can get 2 hours free in garages and free after 5 p.m. through next Tuesday. Then it's unlimited free garage, meter, and lot parking through January 2nd.
That's all for today's newscast. We hope you'll join us Friday for our next local news update.
And you can follow us anytime for breaking news on our Center County Report X. And you can see our stories on our Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, and our website. Have a good afternoon.